Hello, my name is Rizwan Mustafa, and Assalamu alaikum as well to everybody who's watching. I am a senior lecturer at the Institute of Policing, Staffordshire University, and I am also a qualified Imam. It's Friday today, and Alhamdulillah, I have just led Friday congregational prayers at the local mosque, and it's the last Friday of the month of Ramadan. And in this short video, I just want to talk to you a little bit about Ramadan, and I also want to take you through what's involved. So stay tuned, folks. So Ramadan is the 9th month in the Muslim calendar, and it is arguably the most special month in the entire Muslim year. It's a month of worship, it's a month of self-reflection, it's a month of self-rectification, it's a month of spending in God's path, it's a month of being cognizant of those who are in need, it's a month of helping others, and it's a month of making yourself and the world broadly a better place, or trying to do so. One of the obligatory actions that Muslims have to undertake during the month of Ramadan is to fast from twilight hours until dusk, and at the moment that's roughly about 18 hours. And actually, you know what, let me show you what it's all about. Okay, so it's at the time it's just gone 2:15 in the morning, and in Ramadan there are some additional prayers after the evening prayer. They're known as Tarawih, and they normally last for about 45 minutes to an hour, and you've got a choice of when to do them. It normally falls in the night portion. I've decided to delay mine because I had a few things to do and I was feeling a little bit tired, so I decided to get some rest in. I woke up a little bit early. Well, I haven't been to bed yet. So this is what you'll find in the routine of Ramadan, you know, waking up early, and this is what a lot of Muslims really struggle with, you know, to the kind of broken sleep. So after the evening prayers, those who choose to pray them early evening, they'll go to bed and then they'll wake up for their early morning, what's known as suhoor, you know, the provision to keep the fast. I've decided to wake up, well, stay awake so I can spend a little bit of time in my worship. And then after the worship, it's going to be straight into the suhoor, the provision for early morning. So I've got some 45 minutes worth of praying to do. As mentioned, it's a spiritual month, and this is what really has the impact on, you know, Muslims broadly speaking. It's the kind of the lack of sleep, and you know, your students, your colleagues, your friends, people that who are fasting will be struggling with this to some degree, but I'm going to do my prayers now, and then we'll be back at suhoor time to keep the fast. See you later, folks.
بعزم من حديد يمتطي العز بعزم من حديد كن سعيدا كن فريدا عش بفخر في الحياة لا تبالي فالمعالي بالتحدي لا سواه كن سعيدا كن فريدا عش بفخر في الحياة لا تبالي فالمعالي بالتحدي لا سواه.
Okay, welcome back. So it's just gone, we're coming up to 3:30 in the morning. I've finally got my daughter out of bed, and she's committed herself to a vow of silence, thank God. I've had a couple of pieces of chicken, 2 small pieces of chicken, I've had 2 toast, and I think I'm going to get a pot noodle on the go and maybe a few dates to get me through the rest of the day. We're going to be closing our fast in the next 10 minutes or so, and then that's all that we're going to eat until the fast opens later on tonight, roughly about 8:45 in the evening. It's roughly about 3:30 in the morning at the moment. So once we've closed our fast, then we've got early morning prayers, which are roughly about 4 o'clock. After 4 o'clock, we get some downtime, so get to bed, try and get to sleep if we can. And this is one of the interesting things, that it's difficult for some people to sleep once they've eaten, once they've woken up, you know, at 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. It's difficult to get back to sleep again. So by the time that some people get back to sleep, certainly me sometimes, it's, you know, 5:30, 6 o'clock. And then we've got to be back up again at 8 o'clock, drop the kids to school. And, you know, for work, especially when you've got early morning meetings at 9 o'clock, or students have got lectures at 9 o'clock, 9:30, it's really difficult just to get out of bed, to function, just to be, you know, awake. But that's the part of the challenge. That's part of Ramadan. That's part of Ramadan life. And it's for 30 days, 29, 30 days. And once you adjust, it gets a little bit easier. So I'm going to get back to my pot noodle, and we'll catch up on the other side. Okay, so update. It's 10 to 8 here, and I'm at work. You can see one of the fortunate things about where I work is that it's flexible, so I'm able to accommodate my working needs or working days around my needs. And I'm here with the West Midlands Police Association of Muslim Police. Chief Constable Dave Thompson was on as well, around a Ramadan event that's organised by the Association of Muslim Police. And I'm going to be on here until iftar time, and then I'll break my fast and I'll share that with you as well. Okay, so alhamdulillah, it's 8:49. The fast has just opened here, and we're with family, as you can see. Busy household. Yeah. Busy household. It is hot, isn't it? The rest of it's following. Shall we going to eat? Let's do one of these ones. Welcome back. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so it is evening time now, and it's the final prayer of the evening, and tonight is a special night because it's the 27th night of Ramadan. Yes.
I know how to do that transition.
Okay, generally the last 10 days of Ramadan, the last 10 days, the whole of the month is virtuous. The last 10 days are specifically virtuous, and in relation to the odd nights of the last 10 days, so the 21st, 23rd, 25th, 27th, 29th of Ramadan, there's special virtues that have been communicated in relation to those nights that the Prophet Muhammad has mentioned in narration, and also God mentions in the Quran as well. And the theology talks about this particular night being better than 1,000 months of worship, and some scholars have the opinion that means the entirety and the breadth of time. So 83 years of constant worship, is embodied in Laylatul Qadr, which could be tonight. So what you find is a lot of activity in Muslim households, in mosques and places of worship, where people are actually making a concerted effort on the odd nights of Ramadan. So we're going to do our prayers tonight, and then we're going to move into some extra additional voluntary prayers this evening. Aren't we, girls?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do this. We're back soon, folks.
I know how to do that transition.
Go on then.
So basically,
Okay, and that's pretty much it, folks. A short insight into the month of Ramadan, what Muslims do during this month, what it means to them, how they close their fast, the times, how they open their fast, and everything that they do in between, whilst trying to juggle life, work, children in many cases. And this is something that many Muslims across the world embark on during the month of Ramadan. So the challenges that they face in trying to navigate their faith needs, as well as everyday life, you can begin to appreciate in a bit more detail, particularly around the times that we wake, the times that we sleep, and trying to catch up in the middle, and the potential impact that can have. And that's important when we're engaging with colleagues, meeting times, students, again tutorial times, assessments, and all of those kinds of things that are just part and parcel of normal and everyday life. Also, as mentioned, the month of Ramadan is a spiritual month, so there's a lot of focus on trying to make yourself a better version of what you have historically been, or perhaps what you potentially can be, and to contribute to the betterment of society. A lot of Muslims give a lot of charity in this month, a lot of social responsibility as well, to try and uplift those who are in impoverishment, poverty, or those who are struggling, all of which is the spirit of Ramadan. The end of the month is marked by a religious festival referred to as Eid al-Fitr. Eid al-Fitr has been described by the Prophet Muhammad as a day of joy and happiness, and it's commonly celebrated with an additional prayer, which happens roughly at about 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. And after ritual prayer, there is time for friends, there is time for family, and with this being the second Eid al-Fitr that the Muslim community is doing in a pandemic, that will probably look a little bit different this year compared to what it has in previous years, but generally it's a time to celebrate the day with friends, family, and go out and just appreciate what you have with those who are important to you. And on that note, folks, from everybody at, certainly from my family, from everybody at the Institute of Policing and Staffordshire University, Eid Mubarak to you all, Eid greetings to you all, and we hope and pray that you have a blessed end of Ramadan for those who are celebrating, and a joyous and prosperous Eid, and we wish you all the very best. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.